evening everyone, and welcome to the TML League Round 4 of the Season 8 Championship in Formula 3 around Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan. My name is Anton Shek and I'll be taking you through the action today. And as always in this tier, as our lobby is getting filled up slowly, I'll use this opportunity to take you through the championship standings and of course top 3 finish from last week's race at Canada. So in Canada, IRLS Honey Badger took the win ahead of It's Jamie and AC Mortal after post-race steward decisions. Canada, it was really big carnage of a race, and hopefully we'll have a less of that today and more of good racing, and hopefully we won't have in terms of the trying standards, we won't have a race like we saw last night in F1, whoever was watching the stream. And in terms of championship standings, AC Mortal leads with 82 points ahead of Stenros, 49 points. Third is Honey Badger with 47 points after that win last time out in Canada. Fourth is AT Legenda with 47 points, and fifth is Lucas with 44 points. CH is sixth with 40 points. LRE Dan is 7th with 37 points. GMAC is 8th with 28 points. SNC Nick CFN is 9th with 25 points. It's Jamie is 10th with 25 points after that podium last week. Appledorn is 11th with 23 points. AT Roygard is 20th and is 12th with 20 points. Apologies for that mistake. Andersen is 13th with 20 points. 14th is Podi with 20 points. 5th is Conti with 16 points. 16th is Yarham with 14 points. Matteo CFC is 17th with 12 points. Dus Vessel is 18th with 9 points. Olitex X9 is 19th with 9 points. And on last place is Bradley with 0 points on his account. Speaking of constructors, Aston Martin leads with 110 points ahead of Alpha Tauri with 72 points and Williams with 67 points. Ferrari is fourth with 63 points ahead of Red Bull, who is on 52 points. Then we have Alpine in 6th with 49 points. Instead we have Mercedes with 40 points. In 9th we have Haas. In 8th we have Haas with 37 points. In 9th we have Alfa Romeo with 34 points. And in last place we have McLaren, the famous team from Woking, represented by Podi and Yarham in this year, is in last place with 34 points. Baku City Circuit, one of the newest additions to the F1 calendar, with the first race held way back in 2016. Firstly as a European Grand Prix, and then from 2017 onwards we is hosting races for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix of Azerbaijan. Really tricky circuit. I mean, I know I say that for almost every circuit we are racing in, but really tricky circuit in terms of a setup, because you have long periods of long flat out periods, but also you have very technical parts like the notorious castle section, and it's really important to find a really good balance in the setup, that you don't have the car which is too understeery, but also that you don't crank up the wings too high, and then you're absolute turtle on the straight, and you're just a moving chicane at that point. As our drivers are starting to ready up slowly, so did our host RLS Conti, and we shall be expecting to go in a couple of seconds. Also to know, for your information, this will be the first sprint weekend of the season. So now we'll have one-shot qualifying, then 9-lap sprint race, and then the main event, the main race, which will be 26 laps long. Now we are loading on the track for our drivers to load to ready for the action around the streets of capital city of Azerbaijan. So I'm on board with Dark Inferno at the moment. Reserve driver tonight trying has for your lap around back. So braking for turn 1, third gear, going wide on the exit, taking as much exit curb as you can, then braking for this 90-degree left corner, taking really big amount of curb, really aggressive on that. And then again, first big straight, braking third gear for turn 3, then now turn 4 and 5. Place, if you go wide, you can easily wipe yourself out of the race. Then turns 6 and 7, tight chicane. Don't be too greedy on curbs or on the exit, as you can again hit the wall. And now heading to the notorious castle section. Turns 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now once again foot to the floor, braking downhill as we are heading into turn 13, turn 14 now. And Dark Inferno loses the car, and he is after the session, so he'll start sprint race in last place, as Appledorn is now going on this very big back straight. As Immortal sets the fastest lap of 139.564, followed by Lucas with 139.812. Dendros in third with 139.895. So there's your top 3 for sprint race, and I'll take you through the full order once we get the leaderboard. So AC Mortal, as I said, takes full position in Aston Martin with 139.564, followed by APL Lucas and Williams with 139.811. Senors in third with 139.894. Fourth is Sam, and fifth is Ellery Dan. Sixth is Legend. 7th is Pody. 8th is Jamie. 9th is J-Mac. 10th is Roygard. 11th is Anderson. 12th is CH. 13th is Conti. 14th Matibos. 15th is Appledorn. 16th is Honey Badger. 17th is Dark Inferno. He crashed out, as we saw on the stream earlier on. So Immortal really showing why he is the championship leader at this point. Really delivering from very first minute of this weekend, and also Honey Badger, really appalling performance in qualifying from the winner from last week. Usually one of the quickest drivers in this tier. Probably he's not confident enough into the car, with the car, and or with his setup, and he needs to regain that confidence back. It's not easy to go through the field in Baku as 5 lights are on. And they are off, and we are racing here in Azerbaijan for the sprint race. Good start by Immortal, but even better start from Sanders, who tried to go around the outside of Lucas. Lucas caught it off. Or Legend went to the fourth. As already have incident at Contis of the race, could we see a virtual safety car? As now Sanders is turned around by Legend. Sanders is turned around by Legend, or I think it was. And now Sam and Dan are fighting for fourth place. No, excuse me, Dan was trying to overtake Legend for third place. My apologies, as now we have first safety car of the evening in lap 1 after we didn't manage to get through 2 corners without the safety car. Baku is a track that is really prone to having mayhem in first corner. I mean, pretty much every truck is in league racing, but Baku is even more prone to those situations than some others. It's notorious for that, I would dare to say, as G-Mac and Matt Tables are swapping positions during the safety car. I don't know what's going on there. But in all the carnage, let's see who got the most after the start. So Legend went up by 3 places. So did so did CH and Dark Inferno. And we have Roygard went up by 4 places, same as Matevos and RLS Honey Badger. As Matevos spits, probably front wing damage, or yep, front wing damage. No front wing existing on that Red Bull. Stenros also into the pits. Only change of tires for the Alpine driver. But yeah, hello once again to everyone tuning in. Feel free to leave your comments in the chat, or your predictions in the chat regarding this race and main race, if you even want to. We are here on lap 2 out of 9 in the sprint race for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 4 of the TML's Formula 3 Championship, with myself, Ian Township, in the commentary box. currently the race is under the safety car conditions because of the crash of RLS Conti back in turn 1 or turn 2, I'm not exactly sure, but in between those corners. As now, yeah, looking at this incidents, until this point I was right when I said that the Legend had contact with Stenros, which ended in the Alpine driver who started in third place getting spun round and plummeting to the back of the grid. But regarding strategies in this race, Baku is the we could see I will predict 2 stops in the main race, as now Mateusz and Stenros are pitting once again. So does Appledorn in front of them. Did they got damage once again, but I'm not sure. But yeah, speaking about tires, Immortal, Lucas, Sam, Dan, Roygard, Cody, Jamie, Sid, G-Mac, Dark Inferno, and Anderson are all on mediums. And on softs we have Legend, Honey Badger, and now Appledorn, Stenros, and Mateusz. But about the strategies, Baku is a track where we could potentially see more stops than only one in the main race. I would imagine everyone under doing one stop if their race is not if something dramatic doesn't affect their race, or something dramatic doesn't happen to them, like front wing damage, etc. But in the main race, you could see different tactical options, as Roygard is out under the safety car. Roygard is out under the safety car. He crashed on the way to turn 13, I think it is. I think this is. So Roygard doing a Roman Grosjean and climbing himself up to the race on the very exact same place. Ironically, the only thing is that he went on the barrier on the left side and Grosjean went on the right. As now safety car is going in this lap, Immortal is now virtual over in Mylander, and once he decides to go, we'll be racing here at Azerbaijan once again. Immortal still waiting, and now he goes in the middle of the straight, catching Lucas napping. But Legend is really close to Lucas now, but he's way too far to make that move. So it's some back of Legend. Now down in 5th, Ford in 6th, Jamie in 7th, CH in 8th, G-Mac in 9th, Honey Badger in 10th, as we have a change for the 4th place, Dan overtaking Sam. For 4th, Will is now trying to come back, no, but Honey Badger overtakes, or is fighting G-Mac for 9th, and G-Mac outbreaks himself, and going into the wall on the outside of turn 3. Again, really easy mistake to do. So behind we have Appledorn fighting with Stenros. Appledorn defends the position for now. As now Honey Badger is closing in on the theater. He tried to make a move here. That driver in the Ferrari, winner from last week, already trying to make up for the poor performance in qualifying. Here getting better exit though. after turn 13, but really messing up this particular corner. And Honeybutter still has that extra grip advantage himself compared to CH mediums. Here he goes. He's in this slipstream. Offers the driver and gets him past easily as Lucas sets a fast lap of 143.168. Currently the second place Williams driver trying to stay within touching distance of AC Mortal, who is leading the race in Aston Martin. Behind we have change in position. Matt Tibbott overtakes Appledorn. And Honeybutter is really close to Pody now, around the outside. That's audacious. But Pody defends the position for now, but it's a matter of time when Honeybutter will make a move on the McLaren driver to take the seventh place from him. As field straight start to spurt up spread with Ford already being to 1.6 seconds behind Jamie, 6th place. As now Lucas is getting closer to Immortal. But he's not close enough. Move, unlike Honeybutter on Pody. Look at that grip advantage. Honeybutter still had pull to the outside of last corner, if you can call it a corner even. Get the move done as Jamie sets the new patch stop of 142.925. And he's trying to close in on Sam ahead as we have a yellow flag. That's Stenros spinning round again as Appledorn pitted with no front wing existing on his car anymore. As we have yellow flag once again, that is, I think, Stenros just letting people through. As now Dan is close to legend, so those stops possibly start to fade off slightly on the AlphaTauri of Shane Schreier, but Dan really having a massive tank slapper. Really had to correct his shot because if he didn't, he would end up in barrier 99%. That's I think Legend went too close to the barrier there. Now but CX is now close to Pody for 8th place. That's funny, but it's already catching Jamie by a massive amount. Now Immortal sets the fastest lap on board of 142.768 as here comes PH on Pody, easy overtake as Tony Butter sets the fastest lap of the race, 142.6. 640. And he's already almost within DRS range of Jamie, who is also getting close to Sam, who is also closing in on Dan, who is close to Legend as they have a spinner in the back. I think that's Anderson. Yes, Mercedes driver around. So, at this rate, we have a yellow flag and Dan is out of the race. Dan is out of the race. Castle section took the first victim of tonight's race. In tonight's race. Hillary down, the catch driver crashing out and doing a Charles Leclerc or Lewis Hamilton even from 2016 in qualifying, and all of his hard work is undone. As now Jamie is really close to Zam, but Connie Badger is close to both of them. Jamie is having DRS on Zam. Zam doesn't have DRS on anyone. As Connie Badger pulls onto the inside of Jamie, and that's really close, the racing between them, but over and square. Jamie tries to brake late, again a little bit of contact, and I think Connie Badger got his place. As Sender's being spun round once again. Connie Badger made the mistake on Jamie for P5. Appledon with a new fastest lap of 1:42.140. As now Lucas is close to Immortal once again. Could we see a potential lead change in the late stage of the race? I don't think so, but every time Lucas catches Immortal pulls it back on the acceleration out of the castle section. So Lucas needs to find something really special to overtake Immortal there. As Sam goes in on Legend, doesn't have DRS, and he's out of battery. Look at the closing speed of the Alfa Romeo drivers. They have yellow flag. Anderson round again. As we are on final lap here, Lucas again getting closer to Immortal. Jamie re-overtaking Connie Badger. And Zam and Legend going down to towards turn 3. Zam takes the third spot from the AlphaTauri driver. Manages to stop the car and close the door to Legend, and Zam is the new third place driver. As now Lucas is close to Immortal as Dark Inferno is out. Lucas locking up in the green castle section, and that I think put the end to the Lucas' hopes of getting the first place from Immortal, but never say never again. Lucas locking up really hard, going to turn 13. Now turn 14, 15, 16. Immortal tries to break the slipstream. I think Immortal has this. The edge is closing in on Connie Badger, but not enough, and Immortal takes the win in the sprint race. Lucas is in second place. Sam is third. Legend is fourth. Jamie is fifth. Connie Badger, after really disappointing performance in qualifying, made up for it with the 6th place finish. 7th is CH, 8th is Cody, 9th is Matibos. Senros rounds up the top 10. 11th is GMAC, 12th is Anderson, 13th is Appledorn. So it's really close to Anderson, but I think not close enough to make a move. Or am I wrong? Yeah, just slightly too far off. So Anderson is 12th and Appledorn in 13th. Connie Badger, as expected, gets the driver of the day. Really good performance from him. So let's go to the results once again. Immortal wins wins the sprint race ahead of APL Lucas and FR Exam. 4th is Legend, 5th is Jamie, 6th is Sonny Badger, 7th is TH, 8th is Pody, 9th is Matibos, 10th is Stenros, 11th is GMAC, 12th is Anderson, 10th is Stenros, 11th is GMAC, 12th is Anderson, 13th is Appledorn, and then cars who didn't finish the race are Dark Inferno, LRE Dan, 80 Roygard, and RLS Conti. So that's sprint roundup, and now it's time for the main event, for the culmination of the evening, main race in the Formula 3 Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 4 of the season 8 championship round 4 of season 8 TML championship. So we'll be back after a short break. We are back here in Baku, ladies and gentlemen, and right now, as we are waiting for the start of main race for round 4 of Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 4 of the season 8 Formula 3's TML's Formula 3 championship in season 8 of TML. So 5 lights are turning on once again here at Baku. They're off and we are racing here. We are racing at Baku once again. Immortal getting good start, but Lucas getting much better start on mediums compared to Immortal on hard. Legend jumping Jamie. No, Legend and Jamie both jumping Zam, so really good start from the Alpha Tauri drivers. Zam trying to get that 4th place back. Jamie squeezing him a little bit, but Zam, I think he will have this some slight contact, but everything within the limits of allowed. I would say CH is ahead of Connie Badger. Then we have Matibos in 8, Kimak in 9th, Tenors in 10th, Pody in 11th, Dan 12th, Roygard 13th, Dark Inferno in AI car 15th, RLS Conti is now 15th, and Anderson is 16th, and Dark Inferno, we can count like he's not even there. Until he doesn't come back, if he comes back, as now Legend is getting close to Immortal. Immortal will really have a tough time getting those hards up to temperature, as Tenros is overtaking Matibos for 8th place. Tenros on soft tires, so yeah, we are really seeing difference in strategies as I expected, as Jamie is trying to defend from CH, and Legend is close to Immortal. CH on Jamie. CH doesn't seem to have enough straight line speed as Honey Badger overtakes the Red Bull for 6th place. So most of the grid on mediums, apart from Dendros, who is on softs in 8th place, and Immortal, Pody, Appledorn, Anderson, and Roygard, who just pitted for hards, and Charles I mentioned before him started on hards. So yeah, Jamie managing to defend from Honey Badger at the moment, as he's actually start to close in on Sam, who is really close to Legend, who is closing in on Immortal slightly. Meanwhile, Lucas checking out. 1.5 second the gap is at the moment. 1.6 seconds. So Lucas is really pushing to make a gap in the early stages of the race, as Jamie is now closing in on Sam. But look at Honey Badger closing in on Jamie. Honey Badger really focusing on that straight line speed. But now look at the difference in speed. Like Jamie was not even there. 339 kilometers per hour was the speed of Honey Badger, and Jamie was around 326. So that really sums it up. As now Sam is close to Immortal, who got overtaken by Legend. I didn't notice that. I'm afraid. So really sorry for missing that, as Immortal lost one position but managed to defend the another one. Now we are at the beginning of forming of one big DRS train, which is typical, I will say, for Baku. As there is not plenty of overtaking opportunities apart from first few corners and turn 13, through which we went through just a few seconds ago. Now Honey Badger is again closing in on Sam, and he doesn't even need the DRS to make him move sick. Almost 350 kph with DRS down the straight. So yeah, it's like Sam is trying an F2 car. That's desync. Yep, that's desync. So once again, I got criticized for absolutely nothing. It seemed that for some this is typical for my Wi-Fi to mess with me, or that's just the game. But now Honey Badger is next to try and make a move on Immortal, as Stenros joined the battle, and he's closing in on Zam. Then we have Jamie in 7th, CH in 8th, Matti was in 9th, G-Mac in 10th, Dan in 11th, Ford in 12th, Appledorn in 13th, Conti in 14th, Anderson in 15th, AI of Dark Inferno in 16th, 17th is Roygard. As Stenros is closing in on Lucas, as we have yellow flag. Matti was dropping through the field, and he spun round. Matti was spun round in the turn 14. As Honey Badger overtakes Immortal down the straight. But he nearly spins, so really good save from Honey Badger. Just in that he just outbrake himself earth slightly, but he managed to get his car under control once again, and meanwhile the front Lucas 2 seconds gap he has over legend, almost always within around 1.9 seconds and 2 seconds. So Lucas really flexing those muscles at this point. Let's say that way, as Sandros is closing in on Sam, who is trying to close in on Immortal, but behind LRE Dan is trying to make a move on GMAC for 9th place. Dan, I have a feeling he got a slightly better exit, as GMAC nearly lose the car on the curb of turn 14. This could really open the opportunity Dan or to make an overtake, as Sam meanwhile is trying to close in on Immortal, but yeah, Sam is too far. As Dan meanwhile around the outside of turn 1 on GMAC, that was really close. GMAC now has the inside for turn 2, for turn 2, as they make contact, and I won't be surprised to see that Dan has end plate missing after that, but I think he doesn't, at least from this camera angle. Meanwhile, Jamie closing in on Stendros, so I think those softs are just start to drop off ever so quickly. As was the case in sprint race, where softs were just done after 7 or 8 laps. Try to close in on Immortal. Honestly, they have someone kicking the wall. Perhaps the backward. I don't know what that was, but I really heard not what's wrong with the wall as Immortal and Sam are fighting, and Sam overtakes Immortal at Sandros pitch. So those soft starts were done, and Sandros coming out in 16th place. Dan and GMAC are fighting once again, and Dan is still holding that 8th place. Now it will be interesting to see how quickly can Sandros cut his way through the field. Which is already catching an AI of Dark Inferno, so that's so much Warframe. As nothing's really happening at this point. I think it's really good to understand. Of close battles, Anderson hooks up, Matibus nearly goes to the back again. But for this part of stuff, there's some weird understeer there, and he lost all of that. all the time made on Anderson. You need to get closer to the Mercedes driver once again. As I was saying, pretty happening in this race. Couple of laps, everything seemed to calm down a little bit after the first few hectic laps. Let's say that they had some meanwhile so funny like it is slide catching legend slightly with 3 seconds, 3.1 seconds behind the 8th Lucas with really special zone at this point of the race. As Chronometer already coached up the legend, that's great. That part last year. I've done the base. Hash driver going for the set of cards. Stenros already goes to the back of Matt tables and understand. So this is more work to do for Stenros as the guys are fighting for the position of the track. But they are trying for him as Matt tables to just let Stenros go. He feels that the Alpine driver is quicker and that there is literally no point in fighting him as he's not in his face. Let's see what will Anderson do. He doesn't have intentions to let him go as Stenros is now really close to understand. Is again really close to Barry at the exit of turn 14, turn 13. As meanwhile, Sam Pates from 5th place, from 4th place, to get rid of those mediums who did 9 laps, and probably going for the set of cards. Yes, that's correct. As Stenros is trying to overtake Anderson now. Coming out slightly ahead of them, but Stenros will have more key tires while Sam will need to get key tires at temperature and will probably cause some time loss as Dan regards in pits. Coming back out on track. As we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Someone I think hit the wall is the ones that Anderson. Yeah, before Castle section and Anderson, I don't think he has the front wing anymore. You just sure, I really hate this camera angle. Yep, no front wing. And that's Mercedes. So this race is going from bad to worse for Silver Arrows. Again, yellow flag, did Anderson crash out? did Anderson crash once again? I think he did. It's really hard when you lose front wing on the any track. Especially if it's around backwards. We have yellow flag and Podi's after the race. Could we see a safety car? Yes, we will see a safety car. Lap 10 out of 26. First safety car of the race. Second one of the evening. This race has got another plot twist. So this is really bad for Immortal, who played a long game and went to the hard tires. Suffered through all of that, suffered to get them up to temperature, and now as Anderson also retired in the pits, and now when he could start to use hard tires into his advantage, gain positions, safety cars off the track, what gives advantage to his opponents, I would say, but we'll see what will happen. Looks like the Williams car decides to pit. Stop. Yeah, pulls to the left, but yeah, he pulls to the left and goes in the pits to really close to that wall. On the pit entry, Tony Major also pits. So that's Legend, Immortal also. Jamie in the pits as well. He in the pits as well. Did Legend just jump Tony Major to the pits? I think he did actually. Yes, Legend jumped Tony Marshall to the pits. So really good work from Alpha pit group, and it seems that bad pit stop for us, bad pit stops, and yeah, Ferrari's master plan and bad pickups are contagious from and that they can even in the league racing from real life. So yeah, Ferrari syndrome strikes again. I will in the F1, but now in league racing, not in real F1, as Connie Major lost one position because of his pit crew got help. Now, unfortunately, I think he will have advantage right now as he is on the mediums, and he will have that pace and wanted to which other side at the beginning, as obviously medium cars are they are lasting less than hard, but they are easier to get up to the temperature and they are quicker tires. Here and if you look at lead selection are Candidator, 18 Immortal, Senros, Sam, CH, Hark, Inferno, AI, or taking people. Code Master Marshall Plus, ladies and gentlemen. GMAC is 10th, 8, Gaming is 9, GMAC is 10th, Font is 11th, Appleton 12th. Matt Davis is in 13th place, and the last is AET Royguard. So that's really good. As Stanos managed to join back, so and that's great. As now I cannot even uh, as the record is after the session. I don't know what's going on, but I cannot move from the for some reason. I think I'll need to leave the lobby and rejoin that, but